everybody this morning? Hey, welcome to Unity. I'm Julie Choate, and it's my pleasure to be your announcer this morning. If you're experiencing Unity for the first time today, whether in the room here or online, we're adopting you into our spiritual community, and we truly appreciate you being with us. We regularly join in affirmative prayer statements during our service, and most of those are on the inside cover of the front cover of your bulletin, as well as on the monitors. Before we begin today, can you please turn off your cell phones? Just double check. Thanks. And while we're checking our cell phones, I'd like to welcome our online friends. Your presence adds to our spiritual community, and we really appreciate you. And we are blessed to have as our musicians today Heart Dream and Mary, Danae, and Dawn. We have a guest speaker today. You might remember him. This is Reverend Lacey Atkinson. He's the assistant minister at the Center of Spiritual Living in Fremont. Reverend David invited Reverend Lacey to lead our services because Reverend David has a deep respect for the heart skills and rich experience that Reverend Lacey has in applying the spiritual principle that they both share.
Excuse me, Lisa, we need to play some music.
Oh, we sure do. It's our turn.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
Julie.
And sorry about that. Please join us in singing.
Please
Spirit of the Opera.
join us in singing.
Stand up.
Here we go. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I will live forever, ever and ever. Ever and and ever, ever and ever. Please remain standing and join us in singing Give Me Love. Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me life, give me free from birth. Give me hope, help me go with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, that I might understand. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me life, give me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, and I might understand. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me life, give me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul.
Excellent. Let's open our service by focusing our attention to our opening affirmation. Please join in me prayerfully and powerfully, speaking it together 3 times. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Take a deep breath. Once more. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Please join me in reading aloud the statement of our unity found in your bulletin and on the monitors. God's love is within each of us, guiding us to dynamically express our wholeness, wisdom, and abundance. We acknowledge the universal wisdom in the Christ teachings and in all spiritual paths. I now choose to open to the presence of divine love and to be changed at death. Throughout this sacred time, God is uplifting me, and through my heart, the world. Our heart minister today will read the daily word. Thank you, Mike.
Today's word is free. There is a power within me that does not depend on any outer circumstance. The power of spirit, the Christ of my being, is fully present at all times. Any limitation in my life is simply an illusion my mind creates when it gives power to a false belief. I now release any belief that a person or circumstance can block the flow of my good. I release any belief that I am less than a powerful expression of spirit, capable of a mighty work. I release all negative beliefs about my body and mind. I affirm there is only one power and one presence in my life and in the universe. I claim that power as the Christ of my being. I live free from any limiting beliefs. I am gloriously free. And from Galatians 5:1, for freedom Christ has set us free. Do not submit again to a yoke of slavery. And our affirmation for the day is, I know the power of Spirit in me. I live free. Would you like to say that along with me? I know the power of Spirit in me. I live free.
And join us in singing, How Could Anyone?
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
There are so many ways we support each other here at Unity, and I'll highlight a few of those coming up. Others can be found in your bulletin, in our publication center point, and in our weekly email newsletter, and on the website. Please take a look at those. The October DVD is now on sale in the bookstore, and it's only $5. Unity of Walnut Creek is having a food drive. Remember this, it helps feed the individuals and families served by the Monument Crisis Center. This is our last week. So anytime this week, please bring by any non-perishable items. You can drop them off here in the foyer, at the bookstore. This is our last week, so anytime between now and next Sunday. Our Thanksgiving celebration begins on Wednesday, November 24th at 7:30 p.m. in a service of appreciation. One of the most meaningful ways to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday is to come together in service of conscious appreciation. On Thanksgiving Day, we will once again have our turkey dinner at noon in the community room. We provide the turkeys, and you bring specific side dishes. There are sign-ups on the patio and in the book center during the week. tickets for the Christmas party, December 11th. They go on sale today. So join the festive season and celebrate and socialize with your Unity community as we eat and dance to a wonderful DJ and great music from the last 50 years. Woo-hoo. The Christmas party ticket team will be on the patio selling tickets and taking sign-ups. Joe, you have something to say about eScript.
Come on, Joe.
I hired myself somebody to carry my shopping bags. He came all the way from Fremont. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, man.
Give me some money. I need to tip this guy. As your eScript person, you know, it's the season to shop. And some of us love to shop. Now, you know, some of us really like to shop. And I like to shop at resale shops, but they don't use eScript. So the only thing I don't buy at the Goodwill and Hospice in the resale shop is my underwear. If you do shopping online, you can get things from Chico, and Chico will make a donation of 2.4%. I don't know about Victoria's Secret. But I hear they have really nice underwear. Coldwater Creek. I want you to do all your Christmas shopping online and use your credit card and eScript, Macy's, but Nordstrom's is 6.7%. You can even get cute boy underwear there. Not that I know. Anyway, I encourage you, if you aren't signed up with eScript, go to eScript.com. There's information in your bulletin to tell you how to do that. And as you purchase your Christmas presents, it contributes to the economic health of our center. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, if you're here with us for the first time, we're pleased that you've joined us, and we'd like to extend our special blessing to you. And we do this by rubbing our hands to focus our energy, and we say together, we love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ light shining through you. Welcome. So if you have a brave hand, could you raise your hand if you are here for the first time? Hi, welcome. So we want to acknowledge you with a shell lay, and on that lay there's an affirmation that says, just as God has a design for every shell of the sea, so God has a design for your life. And you're invited to join us on the patio. There are welcome packets out there after the service, and we really like to get to know you. Thank you for joining us today. Let's all take a moment to greet each other. Rather than just
Need your love to carry me. Feel the weight, Holy Spirit. Feel the weight for me. Feel the weight, Holy Spirit. I'm coming home to you, Betty. I'm coming home to you, Betty. I'm coming Is my living like my breathing? Are you breathing fully? Know that right where you are, God is. Expressing joyfully and wonderfully. There is only one mind, that mind is God's, that mind is my mind, our mind, right here, right now. Allow this awareness to radiate through me, as me. Beauty is my way. Breathe. Breathe. Love is my way. Breathe in dignity. Breathe out ease. Breathe in love. Breathe out ease. Breathing through the heart. Yes. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. So it is. I'll be back.
Right. It's important to get this right. As I've been entertained today, and I'm so grateful to be in their presence. The heart beams. The heart dreams. You know what I'm talking about. The heart dreams. I really appreciate it. But I'd like for you to give a round of applause. And then I'd like for you to give a special round of applause for the drummer. That brother's been holding the beat. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of joy from you. This is a very special day. We're here today, and it's good to be back here and seeing you again. I feel like I'm visiting some old friends. Guys, I don't know what you got here. It must be the water. You guys don't age a bit. I think I'll come back. I'm Reverend Lacey Atkinson. So I'm here for this service. I want to have some fun because this is a fun place. This is a place that this is a place where a spirit comes to play. I know that this is a good time place. Right, drummer? You got that right. You got that right. Told you, didn't I? You guys thought I was kidding. Now, today also is a special day, very special day, because it's a day that the Lord has made. I'm going to quote David here, Psalms 118. This is the day the Lord has made. I'm happy, glad, and I'm rejoicing in it. Paraphrasing David a little bit, but David with mine. You see. Same, but David felt good. He loved the Lord. Because David understood something. David understood that loving the Lord was loving himself. Because we are one with the divine spirit. I think we said that in the beginning there. We are one with the divine presence. Do we believe that? I mean, that's the tenets of our teaching, this new thought, huh? Well, I think all the old thought said that. In Genesis 26, it said we're made in the image and likeness of God. That's what it said in the first chapter, 26 verse. I believe that's the Bible. It says that. I got the Bible right here. It says it right there. It said we're made in the image and likeness of God. In the beginning. In the beginning, there was only God. There's nothing but God. Here she is. Here's God. Here's God. God just created, doing all this good stuff. Well, there was only God to create anything out of. She only had herself to create anything out of. So it created God. So when they created me, they created me out of where? There's only one, huh? Only one. There's only one. And we're one with that. All of us are one with it. As I look around, you're made out of the same stuff. It's God's stuff. A little G God, huh? You made me remember that, huh? But I always like to lay that foundation to let us know that we are special. I'm really talking to myself. I'm special. Yeah. And I want you to know that you're special. And I want you to know that you're special this morning. And you're special. You're special. I'm coming to you this morning, and I'm talking with on the subject of gratitude. And what I like to do is, I had a topic, but I'm not beholden by any topic. Never have. I never let any topic tie me down. The topic was over the river and through the woods. To grandmother's house we go. Do you remember that? Yeah, somebody remember that. I heard someone say earlier they're having music back from 50 years ago. Did they have music that long ago? Yeah, but well, I was there. I vaguely remember. But we were talking about the Bible here in the beginning, that we are one with the divine spirit, so we set that straight. Sometimes you have to get it straight in the Bible. You know, some people take the Bible so literally, that sometimes you don't know. People interpret the Bible differently. And so that's okay. There was a little boy was looking through the family Bible. And he was a big Bible, so he picked it up. He was just a little tight. He picked it up, and out of it fell a big oak leaf. A leaf fell out of the Bible. He didn't know what it was. He looked at it. And he walked in the kitchen and told his mother, said, Mom, said something fell out of the Bible. So I picked it up. I didn't break it. Something fell out of the Bible. Mother said, well, what is it? He said, I don't know, sir, but I think it's Adam's suit. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful that, for those young minds. Could be, huh? Could be. What other reason would it be there? That was what he was saying. Now, we're talking on gratitude this morning. How many of you happy to be alive this morning? Yeah. Well, I got 100%. Got better. I got over 50% last time. Just kidding. But I'm happy to be here and happy to be alive. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be speaking this month because this is the month of Thanksgiving. The grateful month, the gratitude month. And I'm thinking, what am I going to talk on today? I said, gratitude. And I was trying to go back to a time that really stood out for me when I was grateful. And I shared the story. I've shared this twice before earlier today. But it really meant a lot to me. Every time I go back there, I just get, just little goosebumps, just dance all over my shoulders and my neck and stuff. And my hair turned back black where it used to be. And I'm running up and down and jumping and turning somersaults. And I can do that. That's my mind. Because there's no time in mind, is there? No, it's all in the present. And so I'm thinking back to a time when I was 21 years old. And just a couple of days ago was Veterans Day. And I was a veteran. I was in Vietnam. And January 27th, 1968 is when I left Vietnam. And I can remember it just like it was 2 minutes ago. We knew that something was going to take place. We've been in the field. I've been over there for 2 years. And we knew something was going to take place. New Year was coming. The Vietnamese Tet, New Year was coming. And so we've seen a lot of action in the field. And so here a group of us is ready to go home to leave country. But they kept putting it off. We were supposed to leave about the 20th. So we were in stages and they kept saying, okay, no. We were saying, hurry up and wait. So the night of the 27th of January, they called us in, put us on a plane about after 11 o'clock. And here we are on this no-fringe plane, rows and rows of nothing but green uniforms. And we get in this plane, and sure enough, 11:45, we take off, bank over Da Nang. We hit about 30,000 feet, and we got out of the airspace of Vietnam. And they announced, we're out of airspace of Vietnam. Before that, it was so quiet you couldn't hear a pin drop. Boy, applause broke out, and everyone was so happy. And I was so grateful. I wanted to jump up and, kiss my hand. I wanted to let somebody know how grateful I was. Now, but that's the nature of gratitude, How many of you have been grateful one time or another? Yeah, you got it. When you're grateful, that's all about connection. It's all about the heart stuff. It's all about connection. I mean, you can't be grateful without connecting with divine spirit. You can't be connecting with yourself. Connecting with others. You know, when you say thank you. Did you ever someone come and say thank you, thank you, thank you? Yeah. This dovetailed right into when I was a little boy. Over the rivers and through the woods to grandmother's house. We'll go to my grandmother's house, and I was always grateful to my grandmother. My maternal grandmother was always waiting for me with open arms, and always I was her oldest grandson. I was her baby boy, and she always saved the best for me. And she knew what I loved, potato pie, and she always saved the biggest piece for me. And she come and she said, "There come Bud. So what do you want?" I said, "I know what you want. Tell me what you want." I said, "Potato pie, Grandma." She said, "Come on." She had a special plate for me, just for me. And I was grateful for that. And that brought back that warm and fuzzy, the good feelings that was involved in that. Gratitude. So those two, as I'm talking about, this month is a gratitude month. If we can just live in gratitude, that feeling of gratitude, it's a feeling of fun. It's a feeling of joy. Now, I know you guys live in it all the time. I'm talking about it for myself. I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know you guys do that. I can see it on your face. But humor me if you will. And let's just be grateful for a while. Can we be grateful together? Yeah. Can we be grateful together? Yes. Because we know spirit is shining. There's a synergism that takes place when gratitude takes place. Your endorphins start dancing and jumping and saying, "Play that funky music, white boy." Your endorphins get happy. You want to laugh. There's been studies taken on that. Studies do it. Reverend David. Reverend David. Reverend. I've known Reverend David now since 1994. And I met him at a place called HeartMath. And some of you have been involved in that. And he's like a mentor for me because I'm grateful every time I see him because he's always in gratitude. He's Thanksgiving. You see him, he always has a smile. I don't know around here, but when I see him, he has a smile on his face. And I think he carries that with him everywhere he goes. And that's a healthy presence to take. I think God smiles on individuals who understand gratitude. The great mystic, Meister Eckhart, said that if you had only one prayer, you only had time for one prayer, let it be thank you. Let it be thank you. Yeah, it's so powerful. And if you were praying all the time, you can just say thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to know that right here, right now, just how wonderful I am. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to know that I'm one with the divine Spirit. That I'm one with the divine Spirit. That now that I know this, I know that there's something special about me. You know you're special, don't you? Yes, you do. I can tell you know that. You know you're special. Yeah, you know you're special. You know when God made you, God broke the mold. Threw it away. Because he said there'll never be another like you. Never have been, and never will be. Because you're unique. And all of us are unique. Just like fingerprints, snowflakes, we are unique. And then we go about comparing ourselves to someone else. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? We compare to someone else. They have more money. They are this, they are that. Compare ourselves with the Joneses. Why do we do that? Because we're just acting from our world conscious mind. Right? Yeah. We're not operating from the mind of truth, this wonderful God mind. We're not totally immersed yet. There's nothing wrong with us acting the way that we act, but let us know that there's a better place out there. There's a place out there that says yes. There's a place out there that's wonderful and beautiful. And we don't have to go that far to get to it. A lot of us try to travel around the world. I see people reaching for it right now. Yeah, Jesus told us about it. Jesus said you can go low here and low there. But the kingdom is where? It's right within. It's right within. Yeah, it's right within. That's all you have to do is move within and say in gratitude. To say thank you sometimes. Say thank you to yourself. Dr. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, used to get up every morning and say thank you to himself and be full of gratitude and hug himself. Hug himself and say, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. Do you ever say that to yourself? You go stand in front of the mirror and just look at yourself and say, you're wonderful. You're unique. I know God broke the mold when he made me. You look at yourself in the mirror, you see. And because most of the time we don't do that to ourselves. And we don't do it to people we meet and people we talk to. We look at their foresight. We look at the outside. But do you ever look people in the eye? Look them in the eye. And just see their eyes. The eyes are windows to the soul. But most of the time, people just dance around. You try to talk with them. They don't want to hold eye contact. Yeah. There's beauty in there. Because if we look a long time, we see beauty. And then we'll see ourselves. Yeah, we see ourselves. Isn't that right? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, how beautiful we are. Aren't you just grateful and thankful for that? Now, I just got on a stream of consciousness there. I got some things I want to tell you. I get running and I just get on the stream of consciousness. I don't tell you everything that I want to tell you. But anyway, let's talk about this traveling. Let's talk about moving to a place in our lives. Moving to a place in our lives where love lives fully. Where light, joy, wisdom, peace, poise lives fully. Where truth lives fully. You know where that is? It's a trip you take. You cheated. No, you didn't. You already know. It's a trip of about 18 inches. You move from your head to your heart. Yeah, you don't have to travel millions and millions of miles. There's a story about a young boy who traveled thousands and thousands of miles to find out who he was. He was a salt boy. Salt boys. Way back when there were salt boys. Salt boys. He grew up to be a block of salt. But anyway, he traveled around trying to find out who he was. He wanted to find out. Went from land to land. Finally, he ended up to the ocean. And when he got to the ocean was beckoning him. He felt that finally he had come home. And as he walked to the ocean, he stuck a foot in the ocean. The ocean said, come in. Said, come in. And it felt so right for him. And every step that he would take in the ocean, every step that he would take, he would dissolve. And he stepped and he walked until he dissolved to nothing. And he moved, and during the last bubble, as he dissolved in the ocean. And you couldn't tell where the salt war was, where the salt war began, and the ocean end, and vice versa. And then he said, now I know who I am. I am that in which I am immersed. I am that thou art. Thou art that I am. We are one with the divine spirit, that right where you are, God is. I want to let you know that you are a mighty moving power of God in your world. And I'm thankful for you. I thank God for you. Yeah. You're mighty moving powers of God in your world. Now, how do you act with this? Do you give thanks for it? We give thanks for the big things we get, don't we? Don't we get all excited about the big things we get? Good. A friend that got a new car. Boy, she was so thankful for that. Her husband gave it to her last Christmas, put a ribbon on it. Boy, she walked out, she's been thanking him all year for it. Oh, thank you. Just like I was thanking Grandma for that pie, And that car, she's just thanking him for that car. And, but here's one thing that to be thankful all the time for the small things, the things that we take for granted. How about in the morning when you get up, did you thank your heart for beating? Thank you for beating all night. You did it all night long. I'm thankful for that. Isn't that important? Yeah. And how about air? And sometimes I think, oh, thank you for that air. You know, sometimes we don't even breathe in. We don't even take all the air in that we need. We're just breathing right here. We don't even take that full. We're not even thankful. Just take a little bit of it. Don't want to use all of it up, you know. But how about that? Air is important, isn't it? It's something to be thankful for. Yeah. Let me do this before I get before my time goes. We still got some time? We got 5 minutes. Okay. I got running before, and you know, so here's what I challenge you to do, and then maybe I have some more time. I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to be thankful in your life. How many of you have heard the joke about how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Well, that's the same thing with gratitude. You know, if you want gratitude in your life, you have to practice it. If you want it to show up and just really show up, where all the time you're smiling, where you're walking down the street and little kids come to you and say, hey, I'm happy to be around you. You see people like that. Yeah, you see people, you just want to be, you want some of it. You want, what is that you got? I'd like to have some of it. You know, I don't know what it is, but I like to have some. You selling something? You know, what is it? Where's that lady with that hat? I want to buy some, you got all those bags. You know, you want to, can you go online and get it? You know, you just want some of it. You're feeling so good about it. And so it's practice. And that practice is, the way the practice goes is you have to remember. And one way to remember is keeping a gratitude journal. How many of you keep gratitude journals? Does it work? It works, doesn't it? It's simple, but it works. Now, my challenge to you is get an Aspire notebook or anything. The way I do it in the evening. And in the evening, I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. So I challenge you to do it for a month. And this changed my life. That's the reason I'm sharing it with you. It really changed my life drastically. One of the things that I was sharing with one of the members earlier is that from the war, I came back, I would have dreams at night that I couldn't sleep. You know, I wake up, I just dreaded going to sleep at night. And I tried all kinds of stuff, and I still had those dreams. And I started keeping a gratitude journal. And what that did, it programmed my mind at night to be positive. And someone challenged me to do a gratitude journal. I would just write down 3 things. And every night I would review what I did the night before, and I would write 3 more things. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my shoes. I'm grateful. You know, I was grateful for it. And they said, well, at the end of the month, you have 90 things that you're grateful for. But at the end of the month, I was so grateful, I just kept doing it. Now I got books and books of things I'm grateful for, you know. And there's even more. There's a lot of little small things that you can be grateful for. Well, I'm grateful for my eyesight. You know, I'm just so grateful for it. There's so many things that I'm grateful for. But I would challenge you to try that. And it's life-changing. And you practice this being grateful in your life. Now I want to run this. I didn't do this before, and I've been trying to get this in. And I'm going to take time to do this because this was a part of my talk. And I haven't done anything that I prepared since I've gotten here. So I'm going to take my time. Now, did I bring it with me? Oh, here. No, I got it here. I prepared 10 commandments of things to look forward to. And I'm going to close on these 10 commandments. First commandment, throw out non-essential numbers. You know, like age and weight and height. Throw them out. Get rid of them. You don't need them anymore. Yeah. Be grateful for getting rid of them. Number 2, keep only cheerful friends. You know, those friends that pull you down, get rid of them. You know, those that come down and just want to wait for you to tell them a sad story so they can give you a sadder story. They're not listening to you, just waiting for you to get off. Those that you get together for a pity party, get rid of those. Get some grateful friends, those who are positive. Number 3, keep learning. You know what they say, the idle mind is the devil's playground? Keep learning. Yeah. One of my teachers once said, live as if you're going to die tomorrow, and learn as if you're going to live forever. You know? So just keep learning, because the more you know that there's more to know. There's so much out there. There's so much to learn. Yeah. Keeping you young. I think that's what happened here. I think my man there, he's doing that because he doesn't look any older. Enjoy the simple things in life. Yeah. I really got to understand that this past year. I'm trying to minimize. I'm going through my garage. And I've been through it now for about the 5th time. And some of this stuff I haven't used for years. It's so hard to get rid of. You know, now I'm down to my books. I've gone through them about twice. Here's a book. I got Hawaii by Michener. I've been planning on reading that for the last 45 years. It's moved with me. And you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to get rid of it. If I'm going to read it, I'll go out and buy it again. Yeah. But it's been with me. Have any of you been like that? Yeah. Yeah. And 5, laugh often, long and loud. You know, laugh. Laugh until you gasp for breath. When the last time you've done that? You remember when you used to do that? You feel so good. Stop! Don't tell me anymore. You know they even have laughing groups now for people to go and laugh. Laughing gurus. Did you know that? Because it's healthy for you. Builds up your endorphins. I'm moving real fast, guys. The tears happen. You know, in this life, tears happen. Endure grief and move on. The only person with us our entire lives is, got that right. You got that right. It's ourselves, isn't it? Ourselves. The only one that's with our entire lives. So when griefs hit you, let the tears flow. You know, go through all the stages and move on. Move on, because that's what life is all about. 7, surround yourself with what you love. Friends, pets, keepsakes, music, plants, hobbies, whatever the home is, let that be your refuge, with what you love, not what other people think. That's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. As you get older, a lot of stuff you had when you were younger, you don't need anymore. You know, like the boats and stuff. You think, boy, I haven't been out on the lake in 2 or 3 years. What am I still doing on this boat? You know, you just get rid of it. I had a vacation home up in Pine Grove, up near Yosemite. I had been up there 8 years, making payments. I'm thinking, duh. You know, get rid of it. Get rid of it. The 8, I think this is the most important. Cherish your health.
Yes.
You know, cherish your health. This has been one of a great opening for me, a great insight for me. If it's good, preserve it. If it's unstable, improve it. If it is beyond what you can improve, get help. 9, don't take guilt trips. take trips to the mall. You know, go to the next county, to the mountain, to the ocean, but don't take guilt trips. And number 10, tell the people that you love them. And I'm going to close on that. I love you guys. Yeah. I had to get that one in. God loves you. I love you. In closing, go thee and sin no more.
One big thank you to Reverend Lacey. Thank you. Oh, where's my notes? Wait a minute.
Number 11, don't clutter.
Get rid of it. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Okay. If you'd like prayer support for challenges or celebrations, our heart ministers will be available after the service. And here and on the patio, our heart ministers are wearing the lavender stoles. You're also invited to place a prayer request in our prayer box by the front door in the book center, and we'll be praying with you throughout the week. It's time now for our prosperity celebration. Please remember, if you're giving Love in Action donation, you can put a little subtitle of what specifically you want it for, but put them in the marked Love in Action envelopes. I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and be aware that God is the source of all your good. Repeat our affirmation with me together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I'm truly grateful.
This is the part of Sprockets where we dance.
When the dark shadows come, you feel lost and all alone. Open your arms to the dawn. Let me in the light of dawn.
I'm on my day and into my heart. Don't know the words to say, but that's a good start. I'm on my day and into my heart. Don't know the words to say, but that's a good start. When the light comes your way, free your mind and just let go. No need to hesitate. Let the healing overflow. I'm on mine today and into my heart. Don't know the words to say, but that's a good start. I'm on mine today and into my heart. Don't know the words to say, but that's a good start.
It's not so hard to do.
Put one foot in front of the other. We're all related to each other. I'm on mine today and into my heart. Don't know the words to say, but that's a good start. I'm on mine today and into my heart. Don't know the words to say,
me in blessing our children together. Children, you are loved, special, and important. God loves you, and so do we. All right. Oh, let's bring a special blessing to our love offering. We give thanks for these gifts and commit them to expanding the consciousness of love in our world. Prayer of protection. Let's maybe join hands and say together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let's sing our peace song. The love, the light, and the peace in the world right now. So let it shine and have